Welcome back to another special edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show for the Power Play Show with your hockey coach, Guru Coach Frenchy, back in the booth tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Time from the Sunshine State in Florida. Hopefully you have an amazing, great Tuesday. 7-game on the NHL tonight and for the pre-game season. So a lot of game around the league is already start. That's a pretty cool to see that. Hopefully you have an amazing, great day and watching hockey wherever you are. I just want to remember one more thing. Of course, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome everybody. Again, the people showing up one by one. Don't forget to click on the likes, of course, directly from Sherbrooke, dans la belle province de Québec, Mr. Nicolas de Goubi Bono. The brother, the gamer, Mr. Philip in Jackson, game of the game. Directly from Moncton, New Brunswick, Mr. Johnny Golden. Très belle journée, mon Nicolas. Travaillé très fort aujourd'hui sur le nouveau programme qu'on construit ici sur le Hockey Nation Live Show. Donc, très excité à cause de ça. Are you going to stream Great game? Not tonight, Justin, because it's not blackout in the area of Seattle, everything like that. So, no game of the Seattle Kraken, unfortunately. I think it could be on the NHL Edmonton Oilers website. I just watched the pre-game warm-up over there. That's maybe the best way to watching, Justin. That'd be the right way to look about that. Directly from Toronto, Ontario, Mr. Inotap. But the monkey back in the house tonight. Directly from Parkland, Coral Spring, South Florida. But the monkey. Directly from somewhere. By the way, we did not see Ronnie Odette the last couple of nights. Anybody see Ronnie Odette? We did not see Ronnie Odette, but welcome back, Mr. Michael Robenstein. From the West Coast and the Sunshine State, directly from Tampa Bay, Fort Myers, Naples, Marco Island, Sarasota, Bradenton, depends where she's driving, north or south. Welcome back, Kimberly. And by the way, he's not here yet. We didn't see him yesterday, but why not? You said bonjour à Zayla. Bonjour Zayla. Très belle journée. J'espère que tu vas passer et j'espère que tu vas passer un très bon mercredi avec ton père, Zenith Gamer. Yes, possible, but the monkey happening about that one over there. And then we did not see Ronnie, but also Gators, Rock Tim, let's say for a couple of days. Maybe he's on vacation, maybe travel. Regent, directly from British Columbia. We did not see him a couple of days ago. And, people prepare for the season, so they don't want to check everything like that. But don't forget your first homework of the night. Please click on the like. That'd be awesome. And that's what we are happening right now. The score 1-1 between the Philadelphia and the New York Islanders. And right now, the Seattle Kraken are on the national anthem. Olishak is on the ice tonight. And also, we should see Connor McDavid. We see Nogan Hopkins is on the ice. I don't know for the people from Quebec or in Canada, you can watching the game on TSN, possible. I don't know. I'm on the ESPN Plus, and I can see the game. What's the quality of the stream, guy? Is really impressive. I was watching usually the game on Hulu or somewhere like this sometime, and but this is ESPN Plus is like I'm pretty impressive. Be honest with you, it's like clear and everything like that. And on the flip side, The New York Calendars are playing right now with the Flyers. I'm watching the game at that moment. 17:42 to go, and it's a 1-1 New York Calendars and the Flyers. Zamula, I believe, scored for the Flyers, and that's what happening. Of course, the story of the night, if Mr. Jesperi Kokanemi score a goal, open up 1 goal, 1 assist at the beginning of the evening. The score over there, I believe, is it 3-1? Yeah, 3-1, and then Columbus lead 4-1. Boston losing 3-2. That's the last time I watched the score. My last time. Hello, Kayla. Here we go. It's great. I think Romeo, you go. Is Paulus the best penalty fighter all the time? I don't know. You know, if you compare with Peter Worrell and a couple of players go through that story, I think Paulus had a lot of minute of penalties with the Florida Panthers. That's really happening over there, to be honest with you, for the Panthers. But are both tied 1-1, Philip? Yeah, that's what's happening at that moment. I'm sure you have NHL Network. You may be watching a couple of games online. Honestly, it's very difficult to follow everything. Canadian John back in the house from Westmount, Montreal. Excuse me about that. That's what's happening around the league. 1640 over there. Now, the goaltender tonight, Chris Drager, start the game for the Kraken, and Mike Smith starting for the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know, guys, you can watching live the game. Anybody who can watch the game or not? Anybody have, I don't know if it's on Canada, on the TSN or Sportnet, because in USA it's on the ESPN Plus. So anybody can tell me if the game is up. And Mac this 100 back in the house. And the pick up puck by the Seattle Kraken at that moment. Pick up the puck right there. The Chara situation, be honest with you, no. I could be wrong. But for what I saw so far, he was not dressed up for the New York Islanders. Really great pick, to be honest with you. Chara's going to have a great time with the New York Islanders. I think he's going to be a good opportunity for him to be with a solid team again. And we'll see how the Barry Trotz is going to use him for the upcoming season. The defenseman for it's only Pellesh, Thompson, and Salo is on the site. Appleby is on the. It's on the net right now. I like to see we see a Ratty tonight, so it's glad to see him. Palmieri's dress up with Bouvillier and of course Wallstrom for the New York Islanders. So that's what's happening about that one over there. 1919 to go for the game for the Kraken. Mr. NHL back in the house. Bottom, okay, what do you think RNGH will go in the draft? Honestly, I have to look about that. I did not look in front of me right now, the draft, so it'll be very hard to give you an answer right away like that. Luke from British Columbia in the house. Johnny is watching the Tampa Bay game between Tampa and Carolina. How do you watch the game? Are you on the NHL Network, Johnny? Just curious about that. And Edmonton is on the ice right now, skating a puck. We have a couple of players. It's very hard to figure out their name. You know what? I'll be honest with you. Edmonton, to find their name in the back of the jersey, that's maybe one of the worst in NHL. It's just like, you cannot see this. I like their jersey orange at home, but see their difficult name. It's very hard. Seattle attacking right now, be honest with you. Oh, almost interference on that one. Another body check by the Seattle. And 0-0 is 1758 in Seattle Kraken. That's what's happening at that moment. we can give you a little bit more score. Columbus 4-2 at the half of the third period against the Buffalo. 3-2 Rangers at the half of the third period against Boston. 3-1 Carolina, 13:44. And that's pretty much it. 2 games start at 10 o'clock. Colorado, Vegas Golden Knight, and the Los Angeles Kings visit the San Jose Sharks at 10 o'clock tonight. The game at 10 o'clock, Vegas, Colorado, is going to be on the NHL Network. If you have NHL Network, that's what you can see. You can see the game about that. Did I miss something here? Adam, back in the house. I'm sure Adam is ready for the game. Yes, exactly, by the monkey. The Rangers look great. Yep, I said to you guys watching about it. Ronnie Dangerfield would say no respect and on tap. No NHL Network, just watching online stream. Awesome. Mike Smith, how old is he now? He may be 39. I'll be honest with you, no. I think he's a 41 or it's 40 right now. I think at the end of this contract, he's going to be 42, if I can recall it. That was the last time I watched him. I don't know why Mike is not there. He is 39 years old. He's going to be 40 at March 22, so next year. So he's 39 years old. At 41, that's what I was said. 41 is going to be retired. When he's going to be, anyway, at the end of his contract, he's going to be at that moment about that. 17 to go for the Seattle Kraken. Edmonton's coming down. Pitcher VT, shoot. I just love Chris Traeger, guys. McDavid is on the ice right now, skating like crazy. Drop the puck in the back, shoot from the point. Save by Chris Traeger at 16:44. Again, 0-0 at the beginning of this game. If we go to New York Calendars, 12:54 to go. It's a 1-1. No, 2-1. Thompson just scored a goal on power play. Bouvili got an assist. So the New York Calendars take the lead 2-1 again. The Philadelphia Flyers guy. That's happening at that moment. It's a live situation over there. 12:37 to go. Michael Robinson. Hey, Joseph, welcome aboard. Yeah, sir, right about that. That's what he's going to get. Fun fact, Mike Smith have a 146-minute penalty. Is Mike Smith the oldest player? I think so. No. Because Shara is going to be the one. Schroeder is a day-to-day. Yes, McNabb is the one is really more banked up Adam at that moment. And someone's come back. I don't remember which one it was. Joseph, Michael, Padamonkey, no Shara is 44. Here we go. You guys, you don't need me. You can talk each other. It's funny, Patrick Marleau never announced yet his Max Stone. Here we go, Adam. Yeah, I see that. I was watching the press conference of Peter Dobar, and I just love watching coaching guys. The press conference, and I was talking about this great press conference of Brendan Gallagher today, guys. About that. Let me dive in right away on the news. So going to go up about this and come back with a game about. That's not a problem. I can check about this too. Where I am with that part. Cole, did you watch On Full Grid? I did not. It's on Netflix, and people told me all the time about this, but unfortunately, I did not watch it. To be honest with you. But everybody talk about this and look like it's a great to watch. Hockey Talk never stop with a power play show. That's what happening about this. So great to talk about this. Here the great news, guys. We talking about coach. Yes. 14 days. 14 days. And I gave you its friend, 5 players wear number 14. Of course, Jimmy Benn, Matthias Ekholm, Brendan Shanahan, Sean Couturier and Nick Suzuki, all wearing number 14. Yes, the Islanders golden thing is great, Adam. Absolutely right about this. Coach, I want to know how long we're going to drag our contract out. From what I heard today by Chris Johnson and also Michael Johnson, the another one. They are two friends Johnson, honestly. They're still hanging there. They're all three skating right now, and they just hanging what Vancouver. Vancouver is the problem with Vancouver, guys, is because they have no money. Otherwise, just I don't know what they are waiting. But Vancouver, I'm sure they will figure out this like maybe 1 week prior to this start. The next maybe 5 days. But it's a waiting. Yeah, nothing like we heard from someone. So, oh, the agent talk with the team or something like that. Is really the status quo at that moment. 7-member back in the house. What about Claude? Yes, but Claude Pronovo. But did not do it. Franco, why were you at Fanbu bullying last night? He made a mistake during a preseason game. Glad to see him show character and improve his game. Yes, I think there was not boo after that. I think when he was sarcastic after he pushed the puck in the corner or something like that. Slay. It was just open. He came back at the game and then he make a mistake where he should not play with the puck. It's just like a 101 hockey, and with experience at 31 years old should not happening. But it's happened to everybody, right? And those goaltenders, they have a great mindset of forget everything. Where we're always teaching them, so you know what? Whatever happening, just be ready for the next save. Be ready for the next play. Everything like that. So he showed a lot of character after that, and that's what happening for him or his case. And glad to see him, like you said about this, Franco. So I'm glad it's happening. Coach, the more I think about it, do not think Eagle will play again, maybe. I don't know. I think what's happening about this is a time, right? So for me, it's about timing. It's about giving time for everything shut down a little bit more quiet, and let it go and see what the result of the doctor and everything like that. And that's what happening after that. I wouldn't be surprised this whole until 2022, and then after that, he will be ready. He's going to be traded, and that will be that's what I believe will happening on my side. Does someone know if Leonard is playing tonight? The goaltender are not on. I did not look the lineup of the Vegas yet, to be honest with you. We're going to know this in 40 minutes, honestly. But at that moment, I cannot give it to you. Suzuki is on the ice for Carolina. Yes, Ren Suzuki play on the forward line tonight as a center for the Carolina Hurricane. They put Kokanemi on the first line for them. I believe he was on the left side of Vincent Trocek. Score his goal on power play. Then he have an assist on the second goal about that. Count me, Mr. Ikea. Mounting, no, he said that's okay. So the confirmation is coming from Mr. Adam Berger. I think you're absolutely right, Adam. I saw this today at Brossois. It should be there. The Dallas Star they signed two ELC today. One is Logan Stankoven, a forward. He's only 5'7" guy. He was a 47 overall pick from the Dallas Star in 2021. He had 10 points last season in 6 games, and the Western Hockey WHL. He's going to return over there, but he have at least a contract, so that's great news. He did pretty good overall over there, but I think the best news is this kid, Wyatt Johnson. He's a 3 years on track. Johnson, 18, record 30 points with plus 14 and 53 contests during the 2019-20 campaign with the Windsor Spitfire and the OHL. The 6'1", 175, that's it. Toronto, Ontario, originally selected by Dallas. First round, 23 overall pick, 2021. I believe his dad play in NHL. He have some connection family, and I believe that dad play in NHL. So if I can sleep or not, Stefan, I don't know, be honest with you. Roger Delaney back in the house. Honestly, Monkey, 44 points, 62 game as the defenseman, and it's just an average. Wegar is a baby late boomer in QM. He did not play well at first year, second year in QM. So the chance to get the team, and he's not a big guy. Skate is okay. He just developed late. That's happening sometime at 18, 19, 20. Some develop later, not at 17. So he was not like a flashing player when he played in QM at that moment. Brain's brother and one Bonsoir, Stefan. You're absolutely right about this, Stefan. The Washington, this was yesterday, by the way, so we can skip that one. The Team Canada, Team Russia, 2022 Winter Olympics announced today. Ex-NHL players from the Winnipeg Jets, Alexei Zamnov is the new head coach for the upcoming Olympic. So great news to see Zamnov part of the team. U.S. Russia is going to be coach over there. So that's great to see this. Another great selection today. I have a chance to meet him a couple of times, but the NHL announced today the trophy, Lester Patrick Trophy, was gave to one of the great person, scout, coach, and involved for over 40, 50 years in hockey. Jack Barzil from New Haven, Connecticut. He was very involved for many years in the USHL. Then after that, he became a pro scout with the Washington Capitals, and 23 years with the Central Scouting Bureau. So great congratulations to Mr. Jack to get the Lester Patrick Trophy. Always to give to people are involved with hockey in their lives. So that's pretty cool to see that. The situation what Michael talked this morning about the guy, the racist player, everything like that. So this guy, Jalen Smerek, announced that he will be taking indefinite leave of absence until Andrei Deniskin is either suspended or banned for his racist gesture. So he decided to hold and see what happened about him. The ex-OHL player from Oshawa General will decide the next couple of weeks if he's going to play or not in that league, the Ukraine Hockey League over there. So that's what happened. Coach, evening, Coach. Good, Dan Asham. Khaled, welcome back. I don't know what Dave Tibbett is going to become. It's a big major year for him over there. And we'll see if he can become a top 6 or he's really become more a top 9 about that. He have a great reset. I think he need to improve his power skating, right? And he did not develop at the earlier age. He's a little bit more older. He took time to get that level. He passed, almost 2 seasons in American Hockey League before he became a regular player. He stepped up last year, and I think on the power play, is a great. He can get a lot of goal on power play. Great snapper, great release. But again, because the lineup of the Panthers are stacked, what he's going to figure out, we don't know. But I'm sure he's going to be a third line, second line. That's the beauty of Coach CANVA for this year. He can move players up and down. One is off. He can changing the line. He can go that direction because you have the players. He have the personnel, you have the horse to do that. Some he cannot. And I think that will be the beauty of what happening for the Panthers for upcoming season. I think he can able to score 20 goals this year. Again, the problem will be is TOI. How much TOI is going to get by Joel Canville. That's what happening. We know what could happen about him. The next, Justin Dubé back in the house. Nozick with Boston, he was great in Vegas. Yeah, he's a bottom 6, right? And I think he have the culture or the skill of what is the culture of Boston Bruins, right? A guy working hard and a forecheck, back check. And I think Nozick will fit good in my eyes and the Boston Bruins culture. So it would be interesting to follow him for the upcoming season. Great comment, Adam. Stefan, what about Pedersen, you think, coach? I don't like it. I'll be honest with you, I don't like it. It's a player, you don't have to think through it 2 times. He's going to be your best players. He is the personal kind of player he can be. So I don't know why Vancouver is waiting. I think the salary cap for Vancouver cannot hold everything. And the fact they have to negotiate 2 contracts at the same time to get their $14 million, and what direction they go with 1 or 2, can they get both together the same way? And they maybe don't want to not hurt, but to decide someone not be upset, everything like that. They are the 2 best players of this organization for the next 15 years. So I don't know, honestly, why this takes so much time, other the fact. Like Dallas, like St. Louis, everything like that, maybe something we have to remove some players, make some trade at the end of the training camp to go slide a little bit under the salary cap. So it'll be really interesting about this, what could happen about, and I agree, Stéphane, this is too long in my eyes. Justin, j'espère que tout va bien, mon homme. Yeah, they better have a great quick release for sure. It's just because you put him on the second line, you push now Duclair and Orvis down, and I think those veteran players have the experience more at the pet. At the beginning, they will let the older players to step up. They give the chance, and then after that, they would change if they need it. I think him with Vanetro are in great position. On my eyes, I don't see no problem. Florida is back on the ice tomorrow night against the Dallas Star. The game we're going to follow up for sure for them. Spec back in the house tonight. Everybody show up. I agree, Stefan. Me too. Where is Brad? Brad texts me today. Brad is funny. He was looking to buy a jersey from Scott Thornton on the eBay. Brad is a good kid. Other score, that's what he said. Stefan, I apologize. I did not follow what's going on over there. I'm just talking with you guys, so I tried to follow up. 1-0 Edmonton. I have 13:58. I don't know if I'm late or we have some late. It's 9 minutes to go. Power play, Edmonton at that moment. Let's see what's happening. Tyson Barrie is on the ice right now. Edmonton play with all the big gun guys. McDavid is there. Tressel is there. Barrie is there. And a brilliant, they don't want to, they play at home, so they want to put their big star. It's not full in the building over there. I don't know how many people can go sit in the Edmonton. I'll be honest with you. Tyson Barrie with the puck right now. Drop the puck back to Leon. Leon to McDavid. McDavid's coming to an entrance zone. Bring the puck behind to Barrie. Barrie keep the puck. Drop to number 13. McDavid to Tressel. Tressel thought McDavid was be there. Recovery by McDavid. McDavid to Barrie. Barrie to McDavid. It's coming young. Shoot. Tip the puck and save by Drigger. Puck stop at the blue line by Barrie. Barrie to McDavid to backdoor. Waiting. McDavid foul. Can we call a penalty on that one? McDavid. Oh, big save with a glove. Another penalty. We're going to be 5-3 for the Edmonton Oilers with 30 seconds to go. 7:57 to go. 5-3. Can the machine McDavid, Dressel, Barrie is going to be up and up over there. So it'll be really interesting to see that. Panarin for the Rangers will fit and get a system. Absolutely right. Ganna's going to put, I apologize, I stuck with that picture over there. But Ganna's going to make it fun. I've heard full capacity in Alberta, no comments. Yes, Franco. Do you think Kate Kachuk deserves to be a Hall of Fame? Of course, by the monkey. You have over, 400 game? You have 400 goals, I believe. Here we go. It don't take too much time. 9 second, guy. 9 second and Edmonton score. 2-0 right away. It was not like the Bucks drop and Tressel win, bring the puck to Barry. Barry set up. No, it was not Barry. It's McDavid pick up the puck. McDavid to Chubby. Here we go. Wow. And he sit on power play for 1 minute, 51 seconds. I don't know why you know what I mean? You have the number. I don't know why he is not, to be honest with you. News of the day, I don't know if you know, but Travis Harmonic, because he doesn't want to be vaccinated, he's thinking to be retired at 31 years old, so it'll be interesting. It will be a big loss for the Vancouver Canucks again. That would push to the Canucks to sign, the Quinn Hughes to be about at the end of the Nurse and at the end goal with Sweet Downstock, where you Mackenzie need VX. So Blackwood vaccination. So Blackwood, he have a press conference today after the practice, mentioned about the fact like is right now it's about his health, and he want to be sure the reason if his health can accept the vaccination. So you have something inside his body, whatever it was, and that was the reason they hold this. So I believe the Blackwood situation will be resolved before the season start. He's going to be vaccinated and maybe miss a couple of days or whatever it is, but and I will not be surprised. I believe Harmonic will be out at the end of the day. I think he's going to be retired, and I think the Edmonton Oilers is going to waive Josh Archibald at some point, or maybe straight him and UFC where he can play more game if he does not want to get his vaccination. So that would be interesting to see that subject about Josh Anderson. Breaking news at 5 o'clock tonight, Julien Brisebois signed a new contract with the Tampa Bay Lightning. No disclosure about the contract. We don't know the amount, but this is a done deal directly from Pierre Lebrun about that. So we'll see what happened on that case for that one. The next news is Marc Bergevin refused the contract from Josh Molson, happening 2 weeks ago. And now what Pierre Lebrun said tonight, after many discussions, he believed at some point, he wouldn't be surprised Marc Bergevin is still over there. But it's something that may be not happening right away. We know also Dan Wendell, Don Sweeney, and you have another one. They are at the end or expiration contract with their team. Usually, when you have an assistant coach or a GM, any team do not let you hanging there with your last year or your contract. So usually they negotiate before you reach the last season of your contract. So example, during the off season, they know you have 1 year to go. They would start to negotiate right now with you and try to finalize this contract quicker, because the management have to find the general manager, have to get take decision, and they don't like to see a guy maybe leaving and take some different decision. Example, Marc Bergevin have to decide what he's going to do with Ben Chariot. So that's all the stuff like this could happen, and at some point they will take advantage to take that, try to sign their general manager. Josh Molson want to keep Marc Bergevin. We don't know exactly if Marc Bergevin want to stay there, or me, I would not be surprised. Again, my choice, or I believe if it's happening, Bergevin leave, Dash is going to be the guy, is going to be the new general manager for the Montreal Canadiens. Duncan need to learn how to play 200 feet. Breaking news, Brisebois goes on the long term to reduce the cap hit. Like American, you don't believe such a thing, defensive chicken skill. Michael, did you see a cutter play the other night? All right, so that's what happening about the news in NHL. I want to a little bit checking about what happening yesterday between the Montreal Canadiens and also the Maple Leaf Toronto. The final score is 5-2. We know that Anderson scored 2 goals for the Montreal Canadiens. They were ranked 1 and 3. And of course, Jonathan Drouin got two assists during that game. 3 power play for the Montreal, where they are not great last season. Of course, it's a preseason game. I'm not too much excited about those preseason, like, Kotkaniemi have 2 points tonight. Now he's going to get, 80 points? You cannot focus on those preseason games. What you focus is, okay, how they play, how they develop together, chemistry-wise, everything like that. And then the game don't show 5-2, 37 shot for the Toronto Maple Leaf on versus 21. But again, Pezzetta have 2 goals, 1 on the empty net. So Montreal show a couple of opportunities, I'll be honest with you. And on the flip side, Toronto have not a great game. Other fact, they shot a lot of the puck on the goaltender. They control a bit more at the end of the game, the third period, with 14 versus 4. But Montreal took advantage of the power play a little bit. The goaltender was not always great for the Toronto Maple Leaf. Finally, like we do, and I want to show this, that's what we do after post-game at the end of the day is the number of points for Montreal. They were ranked at 4 points. Pezzetta at 4 shots. Goodly played 23 minutes and 44 seconds on that one. Poulin, he have a 20 shot save, .909. And then on the flip side, Riley have a 1 point only, with other players. Simons have 4 shots on the goaltender Montreal. Riley played 21-14. Finally, Campbell have a .750. Stop only 9 puck on the 12, leave 3 puck. The face-off was 51-49 advantage Montreal, 3 and 5 on the power play, 0-3 Toronto. The hit was 27-17, 20 block for the Montreal, 9 only for Toronto. Minute penalty 15-11 for Toronto. It gave away too many giveaway for Montreal, 19. So that's what happening about that over there. So that's pretty much what happening on all the news for tonight. And then if you follow a little bit more about the game which is going on around the league at that moment, honestly, Toronto Rangers went 3-2 tonight, 4-4. Buffalo came back, guys, 4-4. 2 goals, 3 goals. After they trailed 3, they came back with 3 goals. Carolina's just won the game 3-1. Edmonton lead 3-0 at the end of the first period. And just give you who scored for the New York Rangers. Piteto scored. Kaku scored for them. Stunica for Boston. Vakaninen for Boston. Finally, Antemi Panarin score. All the 5 goals was done during the second period. So nothing else about that one. I'll be honest with you, not much to tell about the game. And finally, at that moment, the New York Islanders win an OT 3-2. And this game is over. I can give you who scored everything on that. I know Pelech scored the 3rd goal. The first goal of the game for the Islanders. It's Anthony Beauvillier scored an OT at 22 seconds to give the game to the New York Islanders. Suko scored for Philadelphia. Ellis and Provorov got a point on that one. Pelech and Thompson have a great game. But again, Noah Thompson, I believe, is going to have a great year for New York Islanders. Have 1 goal, 1 assist. Beauvillier also have 3 points tonight, Anthony Beauvillier. So that gives you an idea what's happening so far in NHL. With only 1 minute to go at the end of the first period, Edmonton 3, and the Seattle Kraken is at 0. So that's what happening. Again, power play, it was good for Edmonton to score the second goal. About that. That's pretty much what's happening around the league at some point. Have a good night, Roger. Not a problem, buddy. Have a great night. He will make it. I can promise you what spec better will make the team. Like Shane Wright, we're going to make the team. Because what happening with that part, they were teaching him to prepare him for the following year. And that's what Team Canada does with the superstar, when I call them the superstar. Because what they do, it's been this with Crosby. They did that with, they do this every time with the youngest one. So they take the 16 years old, the youngest one, bring the team, just whatever he does not play as the full time, they keep him. Now, if it was a French Canadian, that would be another story. But because he become the star, he will become around that will teaching everybody about that. That will give him a chance to be, what, 2 more years after that with Team Canada. He's going to dominate Team Canada in 2 years. So Shane Wright is going to leave, and then that will be the Connor Bedard team after that. I don't know. He's going to be one of the best players in the WHL, Michael Bedard. So I don't know. Connor Bedard is going to be like, because at that moment he was really good on the OHL at that moment, Bond Monkey. He played with Katchenak that year, and they thought he's going to be another one. But those many years, Edmonton overall, they have struggled a bit with their selection of the first overall pick. That's what's happening. Luke Hetman play for Seattle Kraken tonight. I believe he was the first player, Luke Hetman, the first player signed by the Seattle Kraken. In 15 minutes, we have 2 more games start. The Vegas going to start. Of course, the, the quiz is going to start in 15 minutes. So we have a little bit quick more time tonight to talk about this. I want to show to you guys. Yeah, I know what I have to do. Well, that year, Galchenyuk also have a knee injury. So I'm going to show to you about the NFT for the Montreal Canadiens I got today. I'm going to open up at the same time live with you guys. So let me check about this if I can find it, and we can go from there. So you can see this is the NFT of the backdrop of the deal. So I buy them, all right? And I did not drop. I was waiting for you to go with you guys straight. So my first item I got tonight is the puck between the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's a number 56 of the series at 340. Let's move on to the next one. I got the score 1-0, the final score of the series round 4, the final game. I got that one. I never got that one before. Let's move on to my next one. 3-2 Toronto, winning by Montreal Canadiens on overtime, match number 6. And finally, my last one on my package of the 4. It's a come and with a purpose one the day I already have that one so I can trade or sell it to someone. One will be the time. I just want to show to you about that, how this works, the NFT with the Montreal Canadiens. Have a good night, Nicolas. On se reparle demain, mon homme. Don't forget, everybody, to click on the like. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I think overall, I think Jack Hughes have a better way on my eyes to become better. I think you can see this year how the decision by Lindy Ruff. I wouldn't be surprised he used more Jack Hughes. Now, Nico Escher have a great, really a good start in NHL. Injuries after injuries stop him. But the kid is a really good, smart kid. So it will be interesting what he's going to do this year. Both of them is going to be a top 6. And both of them is going to play. So it will be interesting. Of course, we are at 2.86 K. Yes, sir. We are at that moment there. Adam. I think at that moment, Rasmus Dahlin have more potential to become a better carrier compared to Owen Power. Because I think Dahlin have more the potential. Well, first, he's a better skater. Secondly, his hockey sense, he's better. And then thirdly, when he was the year of Rasmus Dahlin, he was really a one step better to the rest of the pack. And you can see by his play. Now, if he was with any other team in NHL, not with Buffalo, his number was going to be completely different. He struggled a bit last year, the first half of the season, but when Granado came back, or back in behind the bench, you can see a different Dahlin score a couple of goals after that. So I think for me, it will be the one is going to step up over Power. But Power is going to have a great career also in the NHL. It just takes a little bit of time, and I think the fact he's going to NCAA will maybe push him a little bit, later to explode, so to play better in NHL at some point. I think Patrick Kane is better to Zegras. Zegras is a great hockey player. Don't say this part, but I don't think so. It would be like Patrick Kane on my eyes. But he's going to be a great hockey player for sure. That team Sweden will be great, but the team Sweden not going to be the best in Olympics. But they always perform the team Sweden. But I believe Sweden will be a great team, but not like Canada. I think USA overall is going to have a great team also the restaurant will be packed over there. And Finland is another team. We cannot let it go there. I think Finland is going to have a great team also with the power forward for that one over there. So I think that would be the one that's going to be a big strength of the next Olympics. And what does the Director Hockey Operation actually do? Usually, are you talking about NHL team or are you talking about a junior team, Johnny? Because the one that usually the Director of Hockey is in charge about everything about hockey, a youth program, it's a little bit like a general manager, but he's in charge about everything's going on under his job for hockeys. It could be business, marketing, everything. And NHL, but usually the Director of Hockey Operation usually is almost like almost everything what is the general manager, but he's doing like general manager would take care about the team. The Director of Hockey Operation would take care about everything on the business side of hockey also on that one over there. Now, it's front team, we said the Director of Hockey is in charge about the scout, and he'll be in charge about everything like plane organization, about the trip and everything like that. So that's how about the general manager would not take care about the plane and the meal and the hotel, everything like that. So the Director of Hockey Operation take care about everything about this. Then you have the business operation, where this is more about, the sell the ticket, the promotion, the marketing, sell the big board, the name of everything like that. That's the business operation. The hockey operations compared to the general manager. The general manager is about hockey players. The hockey operation is going to be the ones in charge about all the work to let the team, like I mentioned, the plane and hotel, everything like that. Take care about the scout report, everything. Then you have many have a team now. They have at least one assistant general manager and also a second one. One of them is going to be care now about the salary cap, the money, the contract. So they're going to negotiate. They will say, look, we need to put this player there, save a little bit of money every day, like that. So you have a guy in charge about this. The second assistant general manager usually is also the general manager of the American Hockey League. A lot of team does it. So he is an assistant for the manager, and also he becomes the general manager, or he's in charge about to supervise their club farm. It could be that team, the East Coast Hockey League, if they have one, and all the strength like that. That's what happened, Johnny. Don't forget, guys, to click very quiet night tonight. John Grigger and the house. How the waiver and the roster move work. But the roster, NHL have a limit of 23 players on the limit. So usually they work with 14 forward and 7D and 2 goaltender. So that's why he works usually about the roster. Now, if they want to go to waiving a players, right? They have different rules. The first rule, because some you can go and not be waived. So if a player have 2-way contract, right? So what? Let's go that way. To be qualified to exempt to be a waiver players, right? You have to play a minimum of 150 game in NHL. Until then, you can drop the players in American Hockey League and nobody can touch him. When you play 151 game, before they release him in American Hockey League, they have to put on the waiver list. The waiver list now, they changed the rule this year. It's from 2 o'clock afternoon to the next 2 o'clock afternoon. So a 24 hours period the player is on the waiver list. So what happening? A team want him, they're going to select him. Then the lower understanding of the at that moment get the player. So if Buffalo want him, Florida want him, and Florida is better team at that moment, cannot get him, is going to be Buffalo. So that's what happening about the waiver at that moment. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. When the player go to the waiver list and then he did not get picked by any team, he's going to be maybe usually they go back at the American Hockey League. If you have a contract at one way, the team have to put the player also on the AAV, keep the contract on the salary cap so they not diminish their money. So if they have $80 million, the player go wherever he goes, they have to keep the contract. If the player have a two-way contract, $750 in NHL, the $200 in American Hockey League. So now they drop the money completely at the American Hockey League. They have an open $750,000 on their salary cap, and that helping them about that one over there. So that's 99% of what the waiver list works, the way I explained to you. We can go a little bit deeper, but that's why it works, honestly. That's what last season, you can see a lot of time more waiver list players because the salary cap, it was very high for everybody. And the fact the player was coming from Canada to USC, they have to put the player on the 14 quarantine days. They put a lot of players on the waiver list. And when you do that, that day is on the waiver list also. They can save a little bit money at 1,000 there, 700 there, 600. Every time they are under their salary cap, the team makes a percentage per day on the salary cap advantage. So sometimes during the season, the team can increase the salary cap for about 20,000, 40,000, 600, maybe $100,000 because they accumulate that kind of money during the season. But this is not like you have to go deeper to understand that. But that's why it works on that one over there for the waiver list. Johnny, now he start his third year, Matthew Dash, Johnny, beside Julien Brisebois. I'll be honest with you, yes, he will. Marc Bergevin came the same way with the Chicago Blackhawks. He was an assistant at Stan Bowman. And Dash now is 3 years under Julien Brisebois. So I think he's going to be very qualified, or he's going to be really, really good for that. One the time will be there. So of course, like anybody else, you need to learn more. He's going to learn on that. But I think he's qualified. He's a French Canadian. Maybe speak both language. Been in the NHL. So you have all the requirement to become a GM in Montreal. The best one would be really Julien Brisebois, but unfortunately he signed a contract. I would not be surprised the contract is 5 years with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Welcome, Michael Rosenblatt. Not that one, but that one. It's time because it's 10 o'clock and we're never late. We always start at 10 o'clock every night. And, of course, Frenchy Quiz for one more time. Welcome, everybody. Of course, Love Bunny. It's time to the quiz. Tonight, it's all about the Hurricanes and also of the Whalers. So every question, guy, you have to think about the Whalers, Hartford, and the Carolina Hurricanes. So whatever you see the word Canes or the Whalers, whatever it is, both works together. So I just want to remember that one over there. So it would be interesting to see about that one over there. Here we go. Question number 1 of the night. And the Hurricanes franchise, which goaltender has the best save percentage with a minimum of 100 game? Is it Arthur Irby, Cam Ward, Kevin Weeks, Sean Burke, and Mike Leute? Here we go. That's the first of the night. John Gregor. He's going to start this, the first answer of the night. Who get it? Michael Robinson, a B. Bottom Monkey go B to B. Wow, both of them. B. Justin Tubé. Spec with B. Luke go with D. Adam go with B. And Otap go with C. Wait. Obsust go with B. John Gregor go with D. Hey, and Otap, Lab Bunnies go with C. One more time. Joseph, welcome back, Joseph. Get lost and Otap, Adam. Adam said B. The answer, the first question, guys, is it is what it is. C. Kevin Weeks, 0.912. Very close. It was the next one was Arthur Urbe. For this, Love Bunny, Joseph, and Enotap score. We're going to give a point to Wade Oszost. Wade, I believe, is the first time participate to the show or as to the quiz. So we'll give him a shoot. Michael Rosenblatt, we're going to give you a 0.5. So Michael Rosenblatt, good at 0.5. Love, only on Coach Frenchy Station. Question number 2. And the Canes franchise, which player has the most power play goal in one season? And the Hurricanes Whalers. Is it Geoff Sanderson, Ron Francis, Eric Stahl, Kevin Denning, or Sylvain Turgeon? Eric Stahl, C. Bottom Monkey, go with C. Spec, go with C. Bottom Monkey, go with C. That's only two answers I have so far. Michael Robinson, go with B. Loud Bunny with C. Michael Rosenblatt, go with A. Wade with D. John Gregor, go with B. Luke, go with A. Justin and Enota go with B. Joseph Laam go with D. Adam go with B. Joseph go with D. Anybody else? One more time. Where is Rod Brandamo? Yes, exactly right. The answer is A. Geoff Sanderson, 21 power play goal in one season. Luke score. Michael Rosenblatt score. And we have also another one score. Luke score one. I missed one. Jesus, who score? Yeah, only Mike Rosenblatt score. So Michael Rosenblatt take the lead at 1.5. Congratulations. Question number 3. Yeah, I missed Brad, right? And the Hurricanes Whalers franchise, who has the most shot-ended goal in one season? Is it Sebastian Aho, Kevin Adams, Ron Francis, Murray Craven, and Jordan Stahl? Here we go. Enotype said B. Spec says C. Michael Robinson says C. John Gregas said C. Adam Berger said E. Banamoke said E. Wait said C. Justin Dubé said C. Luke said A. Xavier Zavala, welcome aboard, buddy. Anybody else? I do not see the answer of Michael Rosenblatt. Anybody see this answer? Michael Rosenblatt 1 time. Michael Rosenblatt 2 times. Javier said A. Sebastian Aho. The answer of that one, guys, is C. Kevin Adams. Unfortunately, it's not C, it's B. I make a mistake. So it's B. Kevin Adams. So B is Enotap score and Luke score. And that was my mistake. It was not C, it's B. So honestly, I can do that for you right away here, live. And the answer is B. I apologize. It's happened sometime. Everybody get a point at them. And the Hurricane Whalers franchise. Again, which team they have the worst point percentage? Again, which team they have a worst points percentage? Is it Philadelphia, St. Louis, Nashville, Calgary, or Boston? Yes, Beck. Spec said E. Michael said E. John Greger said E. Badamonkey said C. Wait said E. Thanks, Wait, to join us tonight. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. Luke said E. Xavier said E. Thanks, buddy. Love Bunny said E. I miss Enotap. I miss Joseph. I miss Adam. I miss Michael Rosenblatt. Joseph said D. Adam said C. Enotap said E. All right. The answer to that question, guys. Only one got it. Only one. Calgary. Michael is slow. Point D. Calgary, .370. Mr. Joseph have a point right now. And in our tap, have 1-2. Joseph 2. Luke is at 2. Love Bunny at 1. Wade at 1. Michael Rosenblatt at 1.5. They are the only ones scored so far. Speck and Michael Robinstein and also Butter Monkey are at 0 at that moment. I just want to share it with you about that. Bonsoir. Laurent Bonsoir. Exactly, Adam. Last question of the night. Possible for the winner. The goals by Patrick Brown. The Vegas score right away. We're going to go back at that game after that. Here we go. Luano Daini. Hello, everybody. Last question. And the Hurricane Whalers franchise, which coach has the most W behind the bench after Paul Maurice? Is it Peter Laviolette? Larry Kish. I work with Larry Kish. When I worked with Larry Kish, guy, it was in Baton Rouge. And Pierre Maguire, it was an intern when he was there. Well, not an intern, but he was just getting his first job in East Coast Hockey League. Pierre Maguire, guy. 1998. Rob Bredamo, Jack Evans, and Larry Plow. John Gregor said A. Enotab said A. Wade said A. Butter Monkey said D. Michael Robinstein said A. Luke said A. Joseph Lahem said A. Dave. Love Bunny said D. I was said Dave. Adam says C. This is smart all. Justin Dubé said A. One more time. Xavier said A. Well, many of them got it. A. Peter Laviolette. It's just a surprise. Jack Evans have 3 W less of Peter Laviolette. So it was an easy one. That's conclude, guys, the quiz of the night. In our top, Joseph Lahem and Luc win tonight, the contest tonight. Congratulations. I know some of you have 1 point. Wade and John Gregor, Joseph, Justin, Xavier have a good answer. Michael Robinstein try to not, finish with 0. So you get 1 point. Unfortunately, Butter Monkey and Speck tonight are completely shut down with your answer. And for another time tonight. So I apologize for you guys. But it's better at. So congratulations to Enotap, Joseph Lahem, and Luc, the winner of this one. Michael Urbanstein. A couple of games around like that. Edmonton 3-0. Buffalo win, guys, and shootout, losing 4-1. They come back. And then Carolina win also. And finally, the New York Islanders win 3-2. And that's what happening at that moment. Where I am right now with this game, I can go there. We have an interview. It's a first intermission between the Seattle Kraken and, of course, the Edmonton Oilers. And then in Vegas right now, the game is 1-0 It's, of course, Patrick Brown scored the first goal for Vegas at that moment. I cannot see the game, but Lenshien and Ronberg or Ronjerg, whatever his last name, have an assist on that one over there. So Pietrangelo is on the lineup for them, for Edmonton, for the Vegas tonight. 2 shots on both teams. The game is only start 14 minutes remaining of the first period. For that game, San Jose is at 14 minutes also. The score is 0-0. That's conclude all the news around the league at that moment. Pavel Francouz playing the goal for Colorado. I'm telling you right now, if you do a pool at 12 team, select Pavel Francouz about 7 rounds. Nobody's going to pick Pavel Francouz. I'm telling you right now, pick Pavel Francouz. Why, coach? Because Darcy Kuemper have usually an injury every year. And Francouz 2 years ago was a great goaltender. And one of the best underrated defensemen in the NHL is Colorado. So I suggest you to take care about this if you do, of course, if you do the fantasy hockey. Bottom monkey, good night, buddy. Not that one. Spec, you're on the straight right now. Adam 0-5. Spec, because Adam, you're watching Vegas. That's your excuse. Damn go. Love Bunny, you start hot. You start straight with one good answer and then fall apart. Michael is fixed. Gives Enotap is the coach father. Adam, hi, John Gregor. Enotap, congratulations again, of course. And Michael Robinson is going to leave in 4 minutes. You're going to see his doggy step up at 10:22, and he's really a time to take his walk. Francouz have a good stat. He was hurt, so I'm prepared for you guys tomorrow night. The fantasy hockey. So we're going to talk about the players, and you have all the questions about fantasy hockey. It's tomorrow night, so you can come here, prepare your question, ask me about question. I'm going to give you at friend website or friend information about the list of the best, blah blah blah. So it'll be tomorrow night. It's all about the fantasy hockey. We know Montreal does not play, everything like that. The only player was cut today by the Montreal Canadiens. It was is it Sobolev or Robolev? Sobolev, I believe. The only one. From what I heard from Denis Cham today, they're going to cut the player a little bit later during the week. And that'll be really the Laval Rockets start their training camp next Monday, if I can recall it. So they will drop a lot of players back out. Wow, Buffalo 5-over, bad day on the both team. Jose was 4-1 Columbus at some point. Did not Laviolette win a cup and Carolina? Yes, 2006, I believe. No, PE coach in Carolina. Yes, Joseph. We middle second period for Edmonton. Still the score is 3-0 for Edmonton. At that moment, Yamamoto is on the ice tonight with Trussell. The Edmonton guy have a full squad. Penalty for Edmonton. A power play for the Seattle. Here we go. Here we go. 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Yamamoto. Um, yeah, Coach Islanders. Good night, all. The dog can thank you, Coach. You are the best next to Kayla. Thank you, Michael Urbanstein. Have a great night, buddy. 10:22. Yamamoto. Yeah, Mike Smith is in the net, Adam. It's just amazing how many black shot Vegas got. And yeah, they shot a lot. Bye, McConaughey. Have a good one. Hyman has a goal. Love Bunny. Michael Hall is the stadium the Dragon play on the other night. $19.95. Puck in the corner, and Edmonton right now. Still a power play for 10 more seconds. Seattle lose the puck, and recovery by Edmonton. Drop the puck all the way, almost a breakaway, but Seattle come back. Stopped by Chris Trigger, still in the net for Seattle. Here we go. Seattle coming back. 5 versus 5. We are Evan Strange. Kaskinen is in the net right now for Edmonton. McDavid drop the puck. Back to him. McDavid keep the puck with him. McDavid. Great shot for Seattle. Whoa. Good play. Tomorrow night, New Jersey play against Washington. St. Louis play in Columbus, so back-to-back for Columbus. Toronto play in Ottawa tomorrow. First game for Ottawa at the pre-game. And Florida are in Dallas. Edmonton play Winnipeg tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. It's going to be on TSN. And then Detroit and Chicago on the NHL Network at 8:30. Seattle visit Calgary back-to-back, the game at 9 o'clock. And then at 10 o'clock, the only game at 10 o'clock tomorrow night, Arizona play against Anaheim. It's not nowhere to found. The New Jersey play at Washington. The game is on NHL Network and NBC Sportsnet Washington. About that. And I don't know which game we have tomorrow on ESPN Plus. I did not see the schedule for tomorrow. I think we have one game, but I don't remember which one is it. That's happening about that for the game tomorrow. Matcha are not showing up for some reason. I don't know. Look like the one did. By the way, the members should get an email today. I sent an email tonight about 5, 6 o'clock. So all the membership people, all the member of the Hockey National Show get an email today about the Chicago and also the New Jersey Devils. Definitely, Adam, if I go that direction, I will let you know. Usually I was there all the time in June and also in December for the WSHL, but then I moved in Florida. I did not return over there for the junior team. But thanks again, Adam. The game is back. And LA and I'm in Phoenix are still far cheaper. Yes, I'm sure. Because the NHL TV does not exist anymore, Joseph. So you still have an NHL network on the TV you can get. Or Edmonton score! Four 0, 4 minutes to go. Pierlini. Wow, great play back and forth. Ready, Adam? 1-1 Vegas, Colorado. Come on, Gregan and Kimberly. Oscar Allison, the rookie. Jack Johnson got a PDO with Colorado, by the way. So, Joseph, back to your question. I apologize. So, NHL TV now turned to become a ESPN Plus with also streaming ESPN Plus with Hulu and Disney. You can get it, but you can get it's only $69. You can get the ESPN Plus, and they show almost all the game around Unfortunately, with the NHL.TV, you get every game. Like you get the Canada one, and you get this. The ESPN show over 1,000 games, so I don't know how many games they have in NHL. I'm pretty sure it's almost every game, but that's happening now. You have to get the ESPN Plus. Perlini score, yep. Yes, Adam. Number 13, I believe. Niskushin, yep. Ex Minnesota Wild. Minnesota Wild. So they have the NHL Red Zone, yeah, Adam. So you can get the NHL network on the TV. You can get all the game over there. I know, Joseph. So you can, but the game they are not on ESPN Plus. You can get a lot of game on ESPN, maybe ESPN 2, and then you get a lot of game on TNT. So 99.9, I'm a little bit worried about the game in Canada. But I think you can get the NHL live in Canada, Roger, if you can get all the game over there with Sportnet, made by Roger, TSN, whatever they are. And they all stream also. But I'll be one thing, the quality of the stream at ESPN 2 is great. I know Kimberly 4-0, right? Um, from what we heard from Ron Francis again, they expect to be all ready to go. They will be ready at the beginning. There are no pushing back. There are no date pushing. Everything like that. For the CEO was on the TV said they were going to be ready. So I don't think so. They will go to another direction. It's just like you know what I mean. Like if they was late or something like that, I can tell you that it will be on social media. It will be all around the NHL. They will mention this and everything like that. So I don't see this nowhere at that moment. So I don't know what could happen. I don't know. For like I said, like we did not. I did not hear anything from NHL Network said we have to push back or they are on that way at that moment. Edmonton score. McDavid 5-0 at the end of the second period. 136. Connor McDavid score. Power play. The key of this is they move the puck. That's what's happening with Edmonton. 5-0. Ronnie Odette back in the house. Yes, they do, Adam. And they will. We just talked about you, Ronnie, earlier, like maybe 1 hour ago. So we don't know what Ronnie's doing right now. We did not see him a lot like recently. I know Kim, right? Everything's all right, Ronnie? Zalia. Power play, Golden Knight. only Carlson Marchessault play tonight. Carrier, Smith, Krebs play tonight. That's good to see him. Martinez, Pietrangelo, Hag, Brossois is on the net for Colorado tonight. Nikoshin, O'Connor is there. Olason just scored. Not many great players over there, to be honest with you. Biram play for them, and Baron, the rookie, over there. And that's what's happening between. 18 seconds to go. Edmonton, yeah, almost set up. Two-one, Vegas. Sorry about that, Ronnie. At some point, I thought, Ronnie, because I think the last time you have some problem with your internet. And I apologize for, not apologize, but I'm sorry for your loss. Nicolas Hag, I just mentioned his name. For Vegas. Oh, we have this for Vegas. Direct me to ESPN Plus. The game is not showing on ESPN Plus for me. It's not Vegas game is not on ESPN Plus tonight. Nick Roy, I don't know he would be a top 6, but yeah, the game Vegas is not tonight. They present on ESPN Plus only 2 games: Seattle Kraken and the Rangers, not the Islanders. Awesome to hear that, Ronnie. Glad to hear that, buddy. But we miss you, by the way. When does the Abs play? Then they could to play October 1st and October 2nd. So I believe it's Friday, Saturday, right? 29, 30. Yeah. Friday, Saturday, against Ottawa then. Coach, do you see Fleury being a backup in Chicago ending his final year in NHL? They are definitely going to be a goalie battle. No, honestly, I don't see a battle over there, Adam. I really believe Fleury is going to be another great year of 50 game this season. Then he become a UFA, and I'm not sure if he will retire or not after that. But Fleury is so in shape. He's a goaltender who can play in NHL until 40 years old. It's going to be only a family decision. So the next destination for him Can he come back in Pittsburgh? Can he go somewhere else? We don't know. But it will be interesting. The Carolina beat my Lightnings, yes, Kimberly. 3-1, I believe. A coach, if Drouin play like yesterday, he wasn't having fun. He does not look good to other teams. Ronnie, he have a great game with Dvorak and Anderson. I think they will keep them together. So I think that will happening about that. So I don't know. But look, they play well at that line yesterday. They have a lot of chemistry over there. Of course, they use a 3 power play goal, Ronnie. But again, Toronto have a more shot. But it's a preseason, Ronnie, right? So I'm not looking about the point. I'm looking how they play. And Jonathan Drouin was look in shape. He was not looking behind. His speed was there. He did a couple of great play. So it's going to be really interesting about what could happen after that. Yeah, unfortunately, the injuries already. Caulfield, Hoffman, we know already Weber, Barron. Now Gallagher is back and around the team. I have a great show today. What time is the Islanders game? Tonight is done over. I can bring to you guys this. Not that one. I tried to put this over my face. Sorry about that. But this is the comment of Brendan Gallagher today. You learn from every leader that you have, but you also have to be individual to yourself. You don't want to come off as a phony as well. So you have to stick to your strength and understand there are different ways to be a leader. But at the end, if you are going to simplify and just understanding the direction that you need to go and having the ability to get people to follow you, and that to me is earning your teammates respect, and it can be taken away pretty quickly as well. So you have to do the right thing day in and day out. I think that was the thing that made Webby as for Weber so special. There was not a day where he did not do the right thing. If you want a perfect example to learn from and to look at, it was him, in the sense that he will just stay true to who he was as a person. But he was always aware of what was the right things to do. He was aware to your young kids were looking at him and watching him. He was just a really good role model in that sense that he just did everything properly. So he learned from the best, I believe, and that's what Brendan Gallagher is going to carry on the team for the upcoming season. Would be really interesting to see that, but that's what's happening. I think so, Ronnie. I think you have a possibility to get there. And I think, Ronnie, if you get there, and remember what I just said to you tonight, is going to have at least 8 to 14 points on power play. That's really where I believe Ronnie Odette can reach that level if you want to get those kind of points, right? His best was 53 points, I believe, with Tampa Bay. But yeah, no reason he cannot score 12, 15 goals, but 35 assists. Spec, no captain for the Montreal Canadiens. He got the A permanent. He's the only player for Montreal Canadiens get the A permanent. And then the other A is going to be between Toffoli, Suzuki, Petrie, and I believe it's Chariot and Munson. Both of them are not know both of them. So it's going to be the two others going to carry on the A. Are you going to have a people on after a regular season game? No, Dan, because sometimes I'm doing a double header. So unfortunately I cannot. So it'll be interesting about what happening for the upcoming season. First game, guy, October 12th. We have 14 days before the puck drop and NHL. So very interesting about this. Can wait to the puck start and the NHL start. And at that moment, the first period in Colorado, I think, is over. And Vegas, 10 seconds to go. And the score is 2-1 for the Golden Knight. They have 11 shots versus 7. And again, the reason why we don't do the play-by-play, guy, it's like most of the team are not full, right? They don't use their players, everything like that. So I think it was not necessary to do all the play-by-play at that moment. So that's the reason I didn't want to mention, to present the game and do all the puck score, everything like that. I just want to refresh my nothing's going on around the league at that moment. Who is Montreal play opening night? Toronto Maple Leafs. They play the 13th, spec the 14th. They travel right away to to Buffalo, off Friday, and then they play the 16th again the New York Rangers at home. They open at home the 16th. 34 win. Oof. That's a big number. I tried to calculate in our tab, so I tried to get there. 34, that's gave him 68 points. That's gave to 34 game win and 55 game example. If you add seven tie loss, that's 41. He lost 14 games. I don't see this. No. No. Have a good night, Adam, buddy. Good luck for your game tonight. I don't see Spec Nashville do well on the division. That's my concern for Nashville. You know, you have a Dallas there. You have Colorado there. That's one of the big plus. Minnesota, Winnipeg there. No. I did not like the fact they trade Adverson and also Ryan Ellis. I don't think so. They are good enough. The good news for them, Arizona, all right. But again, Chicago is better to them. So you have Chicago, Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, St. Louis, and Jets. Impossible. Yes, it's possible, coach. I know. But I'll be honest with you, and on tap, I don't see this. They are the seventh worst team in that division. Only Arizona is behind them. Yes, Joseph, same thing for me. Climate Pledge Arena. We did not get anything, Joseph. And I before I subscribed to a ESPN Plus, I was to be sure. And, but the good news is like what? It was how much? 119, 149? With the NHL, this is only 69. And you get all the information, it's for an article and everything like that. So good news about that. It's just like with the NHL that TV, I can watch Montreal Canadiens all the time. I'm worried I cannot have watched them because ESPN Plus, I will have to check the schedule for sure. And maybe I will have to buy NHL that live. Very quiet night tonight. And that division, I think Montreal is the most improved team. I would say to you, Ronnie, it's a Florida Panthers. It's the Chen and what? Joseph. 45-35 in our tap. And at the end of the day, it would be the injuries could be a problem about them. And I believe it would be like 45, like 55-45. I'll not see more at that. By the way, it's very nice, Joseph, in Florida right now. I wish I could be more often outside. Whatsoever, the last 2 days I take my break at the pool. But back to you, Ronnie. I think that Florida Panthers with Sam Reinhart, Spencer Knight, um, and the other player they add, we're going to see who's going like John Thornton, but Maxim Mimim, and who going to make the I think overall. Now on the flip side, Montreal step up more with Dvorak, but I don't know, guys. I'm worried about Toronto. I'm worried because if Toronto did not perform, I would be screaming in November over there. But that's another subject. But I'm just worried about them. And the bad news about this guy is for Toronto guys is the fans do not really care about the season right now. What are you talking about, coach? It's like their expectation anymore. It's not the season, it's the playoff. So they only thinking about the first round now. So the player, it's hard to have a season like that. You know, like they've been there. They know they are good to make the playoff, but that'll be crazy. Time will show us, Ronnie. Yeah, but it's just like you cannot, you know what I mean? Like Montreal lost Kokenemi, Dano, and Weber. And nobody can take a spot of Weber, right? Dano, we have Dvorak. But if you have, you know, Dvorak or Dano and Kokenemi after that, Kokenemi is better to Jake Evans, right? Dvorak cannot do two players at a time. So overall, they get better. But I think we not give enough credit for Boston. And everybody have a problem at the end of the day. I think something have a bigger problem at Montreal. Like Tampa Bay, how they going to react without the 4 players they lost, 5 players they lost, right? I think Florida will improve more what they have. Now, the Toronto, what happening with their left side? How they're going to be their goaltender? They have the same people for the defense. Boston, who's going to take a spot at David Krejcik? That's a big question. All the goaltenders are good enough for what Rask and Alec did over there? We don't know yet. So if you think about this, you're right when you said they improve. And but those big questions about Toronto, Boston, and Tampa Bay, they are real. And see how they're going to react about that. That make us as a fans excited about it. Speck is a good question, right? Because he did it last season, but it was the first time he played that level. 6-0 Seattle. Dakar is on the net. Ouch. Goaltender was not good for Seattle. Well, to make the playoff, they were going to make it, right? Because you have the Tavares, they have the Marner, they have Austin Matthews in that under. I'm not worried about them. It's just like, it's to see how they're going to work with the goaltender and the left wing situation. I think Martin Bunting will be the one who's going to be first line. I think Audrey Kay is going to be second line. Then Richie Robinson will be third line, fourth line. I like Brooks over there, the rookie. The team will be solid because they have three of the best top 20 players in NHL. But because the injuries, Ronnie, right? That's the reason why. But for Weber, the players overall, nobody can be what Sean Weber, right? Unfortunately, that's, you know what I mean? Like the personality, the respect, and the way when they go to corner against Shea Weber, it's not going to be the same thing if it was David Savard. You know what I mean? So they don't have that kind of players in the team. Now, it could be Jeff Petrie have to play better. And yeah, it takes three defensemen. My concern is on the right D, defenseman number 6. They don't have, again, that kind of defenseman, unfortunately. So that's what they are. Now, Jake Evans and Rand Poland and the fourth center, I think they are not strong enough. I think they would, a Tyler Bozak or someone like this will help. And the Montreal Canadiens, Ronnie, he was. And the hierarchy of the Montreal Canadiens, Shea Weber was the top defenseman. Now, because he was hurt, limited his players. But, you know what I mean? Like, Jeff Petrie is not a number 1 defenseman. It's a number 3 defenseman or a second on, And then David Savard is more like a defenseman number 4 or 5. Now you put him on the number 3, where it's a little bit harder for him. Savard would be better if he was on the third pair defenseman. Now he become a second pair defenseman. They miss a defenseman over there. That's what they are on the right side. Now, Romanov can play on the side, Kulak, but it's not good. It's not the right thing to do. Yeah, 6-0. So that's what they need to go of that one over there. They have to be, and they have nobody right now on the market to do that. They will have to trade. And without Hoffman, they cannot do too much right now. And I don't see any trade. I think they're going to go with this. I think they're going to reevaluate everything after 20 games and see what they look like. My point to you is a committee of players together, not only one specific player take a spot to someone. To make the playoff, they have to be sure the power play works. And I think that's what the key is for Montreal, their power play. I wouldn't be surprised if Rex scored 25 goals with the Montreal Canadiens. When I'm excited, it's a fun team to watch this year. The 4 line can score. They have a lot of depth. They are deep in depth. That's what Dominic Cham said today in press conference. They like their depth. They like their bottom 6, and they can compare the bottom 6 to everybody in the league. When you have Gallagher and Hoffman on the bottom 6, that's give you an idea. Now people are already thinking about to put Gallagher with Caulfield and with Zuski and Toffoli. That'll be maybe an option at some point. Exactly. As a general manager, Ronnie, they would said they always reevaluate at a quarter. So every sport, hockey, football, baseball, basketball, they reevaluate their team at the quarter of the season. Like football, after 4 games, they're going to readjust their team, or they're going to see after 20 games for Montreal example, okay, where are they? what they need to work on it, what they can we bring someone else? Can we fix something? We looking good. We on the at the pack, everything like that. So the 20 game is really a good for target after that. And this year, the trade deadline go only in March. So the fatigue will be a problem for them. The time management will be as another thing you have to look and watch to be sure the player are not feel their after losing and the time they play all the way to the end. I think it will be hard for them in January. And if they can go through January and stay in the pack 3-4, 3-5, and they are only 2, 3, 4, 5 points behind, then they're going to have a great 3 weeks rest. And Montreal don't have a lot of team. They don't have a lot of players go to Team Olympic overall. You have Carey Price. That's it. I don't see anybody else can make the team. You're right, Chris. Josh Anderson bring the power forward with skate, right? So he is strong, everything like that, and he have a good shot, and he can hit. I wish like Michael Peseta have his skill of Josh Anderson. Peseta have the heart. He's real, you know what I mean? But I wish he have the skill of Josh Anderson. No spec. Well, that's the key, Ronnie, right? They will grow, and that was just everybody try to get this every game. Spec now, USA is solid on defensemen, and I don't see this happen. Twelve minutes to go at the third period. Edmonton 6, Seattle 0. Vegas, at that moment we speak together, is 2-1, 15 minutes, 43 seconds to go. 2-1 Vegas. The goal of Nicolas Hag guy was on power play. Rusty there, Rusta. Welcome aboard. Five more minutes. We are on the deadline tonight. 11:15, we're going to go home. We're having a long day today. Tomorrow, Flashback is back tomorrow with Denis Savard. The veteran of 16 years in the NHL. Flashback is back, and tomorrow night will be there tomorrow. I love how Edmonton put down Seattle. They take the expansion team, Joseph. I think that would relax a little bit more the fans of thinking like Seattle will be great. It's a preseason game. It's just Edmonton play with a full team, honestly. But again, absolutely right. Thank you, Rasta. Ronnie, about that. That would be the big question, right? Because the injuries. But if he's not hurt, tap, he will play 55 game. The Rocket winner this season from you have to go with Austin Matthews again. But I think that will be very closer this year. More close what we think. Have a great night, Joseph, buddy. Thanks again for everything. Appreciate a lot, buddy. Not a problem, Rasta. 46, yeah, home run. They lost today. It could take advantage of the because Boston lost. We'll see, Ronnie. You know what I mean? Like, would be interesting to see that. Like anything else, it's just to see if you're going to learn and grow and play as a team together. Like you said earlier, the town will tell us exactly what they are going to be. But excited team to watch. I think they will score more goals. That's a good thing about that, and they'll probably be fun to watch. Their puck movement yesterday was unbelievable, but a preseason game, right? Um, but we'll see happening. Like Anderson and Emrechek and Ranta, Kuemper, and those goaltenders, they are like injuries easy. So we'll be interesting if they can be held all year long. Colorado have nobody tonight. Would be interesting, Ronnie, to see that. Honestly, we don't know the gravity, and we don't hear nothing, right? So we don't know exactly. I believe it will not happen, but we'll see. Um, I don't know. Cannot you know what I mean? Like Rasta, like you have to see because they don't have Quinn Hughes and Peterson at that moment, and without them, they cannot do anything. Unfortunately, the good news they are on the division where it's not a great division. On that division, you have only Edmonton and Vegas, and then everything else is it's a free for all, so everybody can get third and four. So you know that will be happening in Calgary and Vancouver, and can see a little battle there. I think Los Angeles have a better chance, and then San Jose can San Jose on paper are not bad, but he going to miss Kane unfortunately. And if Andel Hill can be a really solid goaltender, if we could happen there, I don't see what happened. I think Los Angeles have a better chance. Is with Dallas will be. Ghana, I think you can add more. I think Ghana can go 35 plus. Now Olby is with Dallas. I wouldn't be surprised. I know it's too hard, it's too big, but the kid can get 35 plus. I wouldn't be surprised he can get 40 over there. But it would be interesting is TY. But right now, Bishop is still struggles, so he's a third right now. But I still believe Edmonton will look about him. Yep. fall behind. He's still UFA. Yes, and on top, Rest told the Boston Bro he will be back and don't go nowhere else. Ulmark will be interesting to see him. It's just like exactly what Campbell for swimming. Can he repeat what he did in 10 games? 10 games is not many games, right? So that would be the biggest question about that one. Ulmark, I would have a great save percentage over there with Buffalo. So I think he's going to be not too bad, but not the same number like Rask. Have a good night, Ronnie, buddy. Yes, I remember, guys, all the number you see last season was on 56 games. Now you have to bring this on 82 games. So the goaltender did not play most of them 45 games. You know, it's 30, 30, 35, the best of the best, right? Campbell did not play 35 games last season. You have what, 7-3-1? So carry on 20 at 50 game, 55 game. It's not the same number. Swimmen play 10 games. Kenny does this on 40 games. 0.941 and 1.50? No. Matthews or McDavid? McDavid. Have a great night, Chris. Yeah, I think we're going to go there also about that, Chris. Keep up your great work. Thanks to show up, Chris, by the way. So I appreciate a lot. You always join us, and thanks again. And I can't wait. And you have any question about your team, then please, Chris, let us know. Five versus three, Edmonton. All right, guys, time to go. We wish you an amazing, great night, everybody. We're going to be back tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, with the co-host Michael Devillano. Tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. And tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m., we are back with the fantasy hockey. We're going to talk about fantasy hockey. We're going to talk about everything about stats and the prediction about the fantasy, what the number are, everything like that. So that's what's happening for tomorrow night. And, of course, it's the middle of the week, so we're going to talk about this. So everybody have an amazing, great night. Spec, everybody else, thanks again for your participation tonight. Don't forget to click on the like before we leave. And at the end of the day, remember, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have a great night, everybody.
What if I open my soul? Here I stand by myself on my own. What if I lose all control and take a step out into the unknown?
Thanks, Rasta.
Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Oh,
Have a great night, Kimberly.
What do I
Toronto.
know?